Is everything look alright? Yeah, okay. So, hello everyone, this is your gin drinking dark elf caster Tomo here, and today I'm going to be watching Rhys's Ravens versus the Bay Area Butchers. Rhys's Ravens, of course, coached by Rhys, and Starkweather coaching the Bay Area Butchers. I believe that the game has just started moments ago, so I should be able to catch up to live pretty damn quickly. Right now I'm just casting by myself, but there's an open invitation in Discord to a few of the casters that if they want to jump in and join me, they can. But until then, you're just gonna have to be putting up with me. We've managed to watch and cast almost every single one of Rhys's games so far in this season. A lot of them have, proved to be highly entertaining with lots of removals, lots of stomps, fouling, injuries, even a couple of deaths. So I'm hoping that we're gonna see more of this today. I have a bit of a personal stake in this. Well, not really a personal stake, but the Bay Area Butchers were actually the only team that beat me during my spin games at the start of the season. So I'd quite like Rhys to get a little bit of payback on me by proxy. But we'll see. Okay, to start we've got... This is Rhys's Ravens versus... What? No, right. So a nice armor break to start. Starkweather opens up by trying to hit with his Ogre. Boneheads it, makes the reroll, wastes his reroll with the loner. Hits the next guy down, gets them both down, gets it down with Wrestle, of course he goes down as well, and then ends up rolling a double skull, which he has to eat, straight into an injury. So already this game's living up to, the games and the standard that's been set by Rhys's Ravens all season. Hasn't even had a turn yet and he's already removed one human model. I did update the title probably, didn't I? So we have a frenzy hit on a blitzer towards the sideline, gets the knockdown. Doesn't break armor though. Already you would think though that, Rhys's Ravens are going to put a lot of pressure on right around the sides here, and just make life incredibly difficult for the human team. As I said earlier, if there's any casters in chat, watching the game or something, please feel free to join me in the Sports Reports channel, so I've got someone to talk with when I'm doing this. So already we're seeing, Rhys has expected, putting a lot of pressure down the field. Cheeky little dodge through there, 3+ dodge. Getting past this Lynch, the blitzer here.
Hello, Tommy. I'm no sports reporter, but I'm here.
Oh, feel free. That's Caleb for anyone that's watching. Just jump into the game and we can have a wee talk about it while it's happening. So we're seeing Rhys's star player Arthur Pendragon now rotating out to the right. He's in a really protected position behind this blitzer and this blocker here, but he's got a clear run towards the ball. Of course, with Arthur Pendragon is Rhys's sure hands player, so if he has a chance to get the ball, his hands on the ball, there's a good chance he's actually going to pick it up. Fenn doing some good work for the Bretonian team there. Again, the Ogre isn't really doing much. It's been more of a liability for the human team so far.
It was interesting with that reroll on the Ogre.
Very well. Interesting's a word. Honestly, you don't see very many teams get actually punished for rolling, blocks with the big guy first. But I guess this was an exception where they were actually punished. You are right, but he's not gonna, just blitz this guy here. Especially when that's gonna happen. Some bad dice for Starkhaven so far. Like, you've got all of these guys forward threatening the ball. He's not going to take the Mighty Blow Blitz on Arthur Pendragon, is he? You're right, though. He wasn't really protected. Maybe I'm getting a little bit overexcited, CheeseX. The Starkweather's securing the ball now. Picking it up and moving to his support, his blitzers and the linemen on the left-hand side of the field over here. Tries to make a dodge with his catcher. Rolls another one. Was that 2 into a 1 or a 1 into a 1?
First roll I would have made would have been the pickup.
What just happened there?
The dodge out.
Yeah, but it was a 1+, but it was like a catcher. Oh, he was dodging away from this guy with tackle, so he didn't get dodge. Okay.
My game is still stuck on the turn 1.
Sometimes it freezes. You can always try just restarting the replay. You should get into it. Rhys with a sack on the ball carrier here. One dice block, re-rolls it from a push into a pile, gets the knockdown. The ball scatters away from him though, into the tackle zone of Tank.
He's powered the blodger. Well, not blodger, but
Powered the ball carrier, yeah.
for some reason I thought that was a blodger. I looked at the wrong symbols.
It's probably because most ball carriers in this league are blodgers.
That's true.
Yeah, you're probably right, CheeseX. I was getting a little bit excited with everything going on there. I've got someone casting with me now, so I always feel a bit better about it. When I'm by myself, I feel like I have to get overexcited about everything to actually drop it, people's attention in. Another one dice block from the Bretonian team here. Takes the push and just
Feeling
follows
lucky.
through. I reckon he probably only did that though because the model had wrestle. I can't see him doing a one dice hit on this guy with the peasant here.
Yeah, it's pretty much a 2+.
That's a couple of cheeky dodges into the... What was that? We had a... Yeah, 3+ dodge, 2+ GFI, 4+ pickup, 2+ GFI, and a 3+ dodge was all that.
Should get out the action calculator.
I don't know. I don't believe too much in well, the whole like analyzing the maths of it too much. Honestly, like every single coach that I've found has got little ranges that and roles that they think are acceptable, and they've got their own ways and things of calculating it. Um, if you saw that play, would you have gone for that play, or would you have saw the massive amount of dodges and just dodges and go for it and just decided it wasn't worth it?
I would have thought the risk was worth it. Even if it failed, wouldn't be too bummed. I'd usually do it with the gunner, so it's really not that risky for me.
I guess you're right. Maybe he was punished for being a little bit overzealous and going for the ball here with the easy 2 dice block onto the then ball carrier with Bowman, the mighty blow tackle blitzer.
Yeah, probably was a bit greedy.
Is then just coming around to provide a 2 dice block onto this, an assist for a 2 dice block onto this blocker here.
But that is his blitz gone, so he can't really go anywhere with the ball now.
He's back to rolling, 1 in 9ing rolls again. It's horrible. Re-rolls it, and he gets the defender stumbles to put the blocker down. Some of these rolls to the Bay Area Butchers have been very punishing at the start of this game. Decides to move the Ogre around on top of the ball.
Come on, Ogre pick up.
No chance. Absolutely no chance.
It's only a 4+, isn't it?
Only?
It's the same as the pickup he did before.
And he dodges out this throw around for the 2+ pickup. I quite like that play. Just take advantage of your agility forward to get away.
Crusader is here as well.
Yes, I only just saw the announcement.
That's fine, no problem. We're only in turn 3 of the Bay Area Butchers.
Yeah, turn 3.
The Bretonian team managed to injure a human before they even had a turn. Or I guess you could say the humans injured themselves with their skull rolls.
Yeah, that's always a great start.
I was about to say that the human team had maybe stabilized a little bit now. They've got the ball protected. They've got humans spread out across the field. But he just failed a 2+ dodge with his guard blitzer and ended up falling down. I know that feeling quite well. I know you do as well this week, Crusader. Rolling 1+s, rolling 2 1s on 2+ dodge rolls.
Yeah,
I've done
it was
that this week.
as you said in the Discord chat. Yeah, some sort of elven god has abandoned us in droves.
I am a fan of the Ogre next to the ball carrier, just in case he manages to push in.
Yeah, that's true. It's always nice to have, a big guy with, guard around where the action's going to be. Like, you don't even need to be hitting with them, in order to feel the presence of a big guy like that. In fact, he's already been punished for trying to take, perhaps a kind of hasty block on the Ogre at the start.
I wouldn't be trying to break the cage at the moment.
Get 1 die on the ball here easily. He's going to be, you know, hitting 2 dice block, kicking this guy away with the POW, and I think we might be seeing just the 1 dice coming in on the ball. Yeah. Although
There
the
is
ogre
KO.
does have guard. Is this guy? Where's his strength 4, dude? Okay, so it won't be 1 dice because of the guard.
Starkweather is down to 1 reroll though.
That's another
Ooh, that's a big
injury. Wow.
That hurts.
This next
It
game.
is just alignment though.
He's still got his apple, funnily enough. You would think that if he hasn't appled one of like these 2 injuries at the start, he must be saving it for one of his high priority players.
Yeah,
Rhys
it's got an
failing.
upper alignment.
Rhys failing a 3+ dodge out there. So he's 1 in 9 that. Still, though, he'd already done a lot of important moves first, you know, so there's not like, you know, he's going to get punished too hard for that, I don't think. Olga Boneheads now, so that drops the tackle zone. So he's going to have to be, you know, he's going to be forced to move the cage now, otherwise, you know, that corner is going to be quite exposed.
Without the guard, he's going to be in a bit of strife.
Yeah, Chisek's human catchers are 2 strength. Like, you'd imagine this
Thank
guy
God
here
for
is
that.
going to be in trouble.
He's really thinking about it.
And the result of that thinking is a 1 dice blitz into both down, which works for him because he has the block skill. Of course, this guy's got agility 4, so it is only a 2+ dodge out here, so we might see this blitzer move to somewhere else. So he's moving it round to provide an assist for the catcher, so that's currently 1 dice onto the mighty blow blocker here. We're seeing a bit of a potato play here. He's handed off to the agility 4 catcher. And I don't
Now,
know if he's
does he
just...
blitz or does he run? Well, block, not blitz.
He's got the option of just kind of, you know, stepping back. Or, you know, he might just run forward and go down the side and hope they can get there. Yeah, he's just ran forward down the side. It's just full potato here. It's well within range of Arthur Pendragon.
Yeah, he's got block, blitz, and then pick up the ball.
As CheeseX
And
in
if
chat.
anyone's going to do it, sorry.
Shoot, go Crusader.
I was just going to say, if anyone was capable of blitzing the ball and getting it, it's going to be Arthur.
Yeah, exactly. As CheeseX has been pointing out in chat, with just one assist, Arthur Pendragon's getting, a 3-dice block onto the catcher. Safe moves
So
first
yeah, he's
from
just
Rhys.
stopping him from getting the reinforcements down in case he doesn't take him down.
And the blitz in from Arthur does get the power. Pushes him towards the sideline, breaks armor. Just a stun, however. Let's see where the scatter goes. Bounces kindly infield.
So not the worst scattering. Sorry, excuse me. Scatter for Rhys there, but well, that kind of makes it moot. I was just going to say that piece there could try his luck for the dodge through, but he's now laying on the ground.
Surprisingly, didn't go for the pickup.
I'm not surprised by that. It's a GFI to pick the ball up, which, you can...
And actually, the catcher was able to pick it up if he did foul.
Skull into skull at the end there. No, I think just standing there and not going for the pickup's the correct play, honestly.
It probably is, yeah. Only because of the risk of the catcher.
Well, the catch is stunned, but I think the risk of the go for it and scattering the ball into an even more awkward position.
Exactly.
I was more talking about the one up. The one he just blocked.
Cheese in the chat thinks that's the end of that's the drive.
I think it does look very difficult for the humans to be able to get their hands on the ball at this point. I think it's been some bad luck for Starkweather combined with some, good play from Rhys.
There could be a throw downfield for the Brett score.
Rhys won't throw the ball downfield like that. He's just going to pick the ball up, secure it, and then just grind down this human team. Although, yeah, humans just dodged through.
Movement up, agility upwards.
Takes the GFI though and falls down. Uses his last reroll. Stays up this time.
I think the go for it, as unfortunate as using up the last reroll was, kind of necessary. Otherwise, you've got the 3 Bretonian pieces that just move straight in for all the assists in the world.
I think it's going to happen anyway, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I definitely think that's the case, but well, at least he's been kind enough to move the ball back up towards Rhys's end zone.
He's just saying he's used one of his turns to take the ball backwards without protecting it.
He didn't really have much of a choice there. Once he sort of committed to going for the ball, where else was he going to go?
Yeah.
He may have been best served. Just wait for that hit. May have been best served. Just conceding the fact that Rhys will pick up the ball, and then try and prevent him from scoring.
Could have gone the other way and hoped you didn't get hit down.
That's true, but when you're pinning your hopes on not being, smacked to the ground.
That's true.
Best of course taking down the ball carrier there. The ball bouncing into
Now
quite
that's
an awkward
awkward.
spot there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how either player really tries to capitalise from that ball bounce, the final scatter.
I think the Brits just try and protect it for now and don't bother with the pickup.
I think it's definitely in favour of the Bretonian team because you see that frenzy blitzer just there. If I was Rhys, I'd be getting quite excited about the thought of getting some crowd surf action going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you don't need to crowd surf much when you can just KO your opponents.
It's the thought of the surf which revved him up to the KO potential.
And already this game is
4
beginning to
removals?
look just a little bit uneven, isn't it?
Yeah, you could say uneven. I can think of other words to use when the ball is right on the sideline, Bretonians all around. Oh, that was on. That's still not a good bounce.
Is this the IG4 Blitzer? It is. Yeah, we could be seeing a surf on the Arthur Pendragon here.
I think Rhys got a little bit greedy there.
Yeah, he did.
Like, personally, I would have been content to leave the ball sitting where it was.
I'd like to see a surf there.
It's going to be harder than I thought it would be initially, just because Arthur's strength 4.
The assist.
So yeah, he can dodge out and maybe, go 2 die uphill and have a decent shot at it, I guess, but you might be best served doing other
2 die
things.
uphill against the blodger.
Just do a -2 dice, hope for the best.
Live life dangerously.
Such a good player, it's worth it. We've lost drive anyway.
Cheese
I
isn't
suppose
wrong.
I should.
They're both AG4, they both dodge out and the surf happens.
He's already used the blitz, so.
Yeah. I mean, if Balor could have dodged out to add the assist, and then Lynch stands and blitzes in, no, so he's still going to be 2 dice up because Ragnar's standing there.
Yeah.
You'd have to dodge out as well.
Hmm. I wonder if he's standing Lynch this turn.
That was a little bit of a weird path with the dodging there.
I think he was going for the ball.
2.
Can make it with 2 GFIs and a lot of dodges.
Yeah, but not on no rerolls. I don't think. I don't think Rhys could have asked for a better scatter there.
No, definitely not. We're just gonna see humans falling down, humans getting marked. I imagine the ball's gonna be picked up by Rhys's turn. Might even see a foul or two.
Yeah, Rhys is rather partial to the occasional foot.
What Stark has to do here is pretty much give out the drive and come back in the second half.
Even in the second half, it's gonna be difficult for him with 2 injuries. Like, he's 4 men down here. Even if he gets injuries onto the Bretonian team, Rhys has got some players to spare, you know, just standing at the side.
Never said it would be easy.
Something about a dirty player being KO'd always makes, warms my heart a little bit.
He's got a couple of choices of which human to stand on here.
Gotta be the guard piece, right?
Perhaps. I might go for the thrower just because he's AG4 and you're getting an extra kind of assist on him. But
Yeah.
chooses not to
Doesn't
though.
do it.
Jesus, the spares are peasants. They're just tackle zones.
3+ dodge, 2 3+ dodges out. Fails the first one, but with the dodge reroll he manages to make it through. 2+ dodge at the end actually. Catcher dodges up. I believe that's still in scoring range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, he's definitely still in scoring range now. Yep. So, he's got himself up for. He's let himself get set up for whatever miracle play he might try to concoct here. But, you still just can't see it happening, can you?
Yeah, it'd be a fairly impressive set of dice, which leads to a Bay Area Butcher's touchdown here. Cheese in the chat saying that it's just trying to save his players at this point, I think. And I would think that may be, somewhat on the money.
Yeah. Is the stadium being upgraded here?
Is that the entrance way or whatever it is?
Security gate, perhaps.
shaping up to be a relatively uneventful turn for Rhys.
Hopefully we see a stomp.
Looks like he's just been deciding who he wants to get the 3 SPP on. Arthur Pendragon, of course, 6 SPP away from his next level up. And with Rhys receiving in the second half, you know, he could easily get 6 SPP from this game.
What would you take next on him, Tomo?
Let's go. Hang on, we've got this fella. Onto another KO. There we go. Onto the edgy 4th thrower. What have we got? We've got Bludge, Dauntless, Catch, Strength. He's a ball carrier, isn't he? I'm not sure. I like Sidestep. Because, the blitzers do get agi access now, don't they?
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah, I like Sidestep. Bludge Steps always served me quite well. I think he could do a job on a piece like that, but... Depends what he rolls, of course. What on earth is happening here?
Forcing into roll dice, I guess.
Forcing the dodge roll.
Or a blitz.
That was
Yeah, I
a
was
lot
just
of
going to
dodges
say,
and
you just
GFIs
turn
there.
around.
4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus. And he marks the ball carrier. And of course, yeah, Arthur Pendragon can just blitz 2 die, knock him away, and then run in.
He's got a reroll as well.
Ooh.
Which he has to use.
Oh!
Oh, no! Wow.
Comes. I don't mind, doesn't have a turn.
And that is a,
Should have
If you're
just
Rhys
taken
there,
the both
you-
out of dodge, I guess. Oh, still sending.
if you're Rhys there, do you feel a little bit like it was unjust?
I'd feel a little bit hard done by.
Yeah.
Chat suggesting that perhaps, you know, it wasn't as optimally played by Rhys as it could be, but...
I'll be back in 1 second.
So of course the result of those KO wake-up rolls is that the humans are going to be still 4 models down at the start of this half.
Jesus, saying could have easily got a 3 dice in the past few turns.
Yeah, that's true, but you have to remember that is that I don't like turning around and saying, you know, that, you know, like players are being sloppy or things like that, because it's really easy just to sit back, looking at the game and determine, well, what the optimal play would be from this position. Like when you're playing it, though, you know, it's a whole other kettle of fish.
It's always easy to criticize people.
I don't think it was being like, you know, like overly. How can I put it? Like Cheese's comments are all correct, but.
And back before kickoff is excellent.
Yeah, quite good timing there. 2 of the human models stayed KO'd, so the human team starting 4 models down at the start of this half.
Nice little quick snap there for Rhys.
I don't think it's going to be anything overly impactful.
No, you're absolutely right. It's not like Rhys does not want to be on the line of scrimmage or something like that.
Yeah. KO at the start of this half.
KO. Don't like Stark's chances of winning this.
Chooses to apple that into just a stun.
That strikes me as a little strange, but it is one of his blitzes.
MAAG4.
He apples one, of course the next block's another KO, and you're not appling that one.
This one's only onto a lineman though, so.
I usually like apples on KOs. You know, keep your guys in the game, at least try to rescue some kind of result out for it. Like, I don't think it's going to happen, but I like the logic. Although some would argue that that's why I haven't played a game with 11 players all season.
Yeah, I can find appling a key player is worth it, but you always have to assess the risks.
I think the stun on the ogre there is fairly fortuitous for Rhys too.
Every block's an armor break at this point. 4 blocks this turn, all of them armor breaks.
Are we going to see the ogre? Yeah, yeah, we are.
Just got another stun, took the red card for it. You'd probably think that because these players up, and, you know, in theory this is going to be the only drive we see in this half, that, you know, Rhys is going to be a lot more aggressive in his fouling, perhaps. With the pressure being put on by Belor, though, you know, Rhys is going to have to, you know, at least play somewhat properly in the next turn and, you know, focus on protecting the ball first.
What do you mean properly? Fouling and hitting people is properly, right?
Priorities, you know, ball first.
Yeah.
Safe
ball pick
moves, no rolls.
Then go
Think-
ahead and foul.
A mighty push from Rhys's blocker there.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he didn't try and re-roll that, but I guess since he hasn't picked up the ball yet.
I don't know, I don't think I would be a fan of that reroll.
Not as the first move.
You have to thank Nuffle for your pushes. Sometimes. God, I did the recap today and I can't remember. Was Rhys's team near the top of the table, or? I think he's
I
won every
believe
game.
so.
Yeah, that means that this is actually a clash at the top of the table against the bottom then.
He was like 4th or 5th.
It's hard to think of just what you want to do as the human team here, isn't it?
I'd be blitzing the ball carrier, I think.
How would you do that?
Just dodge straight in there.
Well, so you'd move him, like, move Belor back, and then ran through the gap between Marcus Valerius and Hugin, or would you try to go right the way around this, the side? 2, 3, 6, 7, GFI, GFI.
Oh, you can make it around the side.
Maybe you could if you cut the corners on Harold's Hardrada.
He is AG4, so they are 2 pluses.
Okay, some reports from chat. If Rhys wins, he'll be 2-1-0, so first equal with Walkathon and Papa Nasty. Although Marco will go to number 1 if he wins his game, which he might win as an admin victory from the sounds of it, as he's currently 2-0-0. So thanks for that, Papa Nasty. So he does try for the blitz through the middle. Makes the dodge through into the 1 dice, only gets a push however, and of course he's already used his reroll this turn. Doesn't choose to follow through with that, which I find interesting.
I would have gone for the around the outside because then you can get 2 tackle zones on the ball.
One dice block at the
There's
back,
the power you
gets his
wanted.
power. Yep, fends a
Think my
skill,
game's
which
frozen.
means that you can't follow through on a successful block. Crown Jelly. You can see it there. So seeing a blitz onto the edgy full guy, just gets a push. Follows through. See more pushing from the Bretonians this turn. And yet more pushing.
Another push.
So humans start their turn. Roll double defender stumbles. Luckily they're hitting with tackle, I believe. Oh no they're not, I'm looking at the wrong model. But it doesn't matter because that guy doesn't have dodge.
And poor old Harold goes to the ground.
Free blitz on the ball carrier.
Mighty will blitz onto this peasant here. Gets his power. Breaks that sweet armor 7. Only for a stun though. He could GFI to mark the ball carrier. Goes for a GFI. Fails it. Reroll. Gets it on the second attempt. So Rhys still has 3 rerolls this half. The barrier butchers of course down to 2. Yogi decides he's going to knock down a blocker. Doesn't break armor, no follow through from the Yoga.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why the ogre didn't step forward there.
Wrestle coming in handy for Frederick Barbosa there. Frees up the ball carrier. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yeah, that's a really nice screen there now. It's gonna take, multiple dodge efforts to get anywhere near the ball carrier from this point. This game feels like it's gone quite quick.
Yeah, it does.
The second half certainly feels that way, yeah. I mean, I guess like when you look at it, one team's only got 6 pieces to move around or something like that.
Yeah, makes sense. These human blitzers have decided that they're going to try and, beat around with a Bretonian blitzer here. Still
Not
haven't
very
managed.
successful at it though.
No, not as of yet. Nope, we still don't get the knockdown either.
Time for the reroll.
It's kind of hard to make
Ogre
Rhys feel like he's under pressure if you're not knocking his dudes down.
Ogre blitz on the ball now. 4+6 up.
Yeah, it's already used his blitz. Ogre getting a KO on the peasant. So it's Rhys's turn now to have blitzers that are only pushing. There's not many players that have actually hit the ground over the last couple of turns. Just to prove me wrong, he takes the ball down with wrestle, just to be different. There we go, another KO onto the human team.
It wasn't over. It is now.
Realistically, it's been over for quite a while. I don't really think
Yeah.
there was much realistically that Starkweather could be expected to pull out of his hat at the start of this half.
No, that's exactly right. And it's not to say that Starkweather's done anything wrong per se, but Rhys is certainly, after that first half, certainly managed to get what he needed to get done.
Do you try and do the same thing as last half?
Bonehead again, re-rolls it again like he did in the first half. Doesn't make his loner check though. I know we were quite critical of the reroll on the first half, but I'm a bit more forgiving with this one just because you can't imagine a reroll doing anything that impactful at this point.
That is his only blitz for the turn, so I could definitely see the reroll.
Taking his one dice blocks while they can. Again, though, just rolling pushes. Rhys just really shoring up the space around his ball carrier right now.
Fair enough. He doesn't want a repeat of last half.
Yeah, I have to imagine he's very cognizant of what happened.
Probably should have done this last half as well.
Mighty Blow Blitz gets a POW. Doesn't break armor. No, there isn't really much to discuss at this point, is there? Like, you know, the game's just playing itself out, really. You know, Rhys is just protecting the area around his ball carrier, making sure that, you know, he's going to get the score, just delaying the clock down. And, you know, the human team's got to be thinking about self-preservation at this point. I mean, might make some crazy dodges into the middle of the cage, but, you know, I can't really see it happening.
5+, 6+ ogre dodge. It's not impossible.
Human team with the Mighty Blow Blitz gets the defender down, follows through but doesn't break armor, rolls a 6 when he needs a 9+.
But yeah, at this point, the game, these last few turns are basically just the formality more than anything else, aren't
Yep, totally agree.
I've heard games like this where I just end my turn and don't bother doing anything.
I think I've watched you do that. I watched someone do that in the league the other day. Can't remember which game it was.
Might have been in my Rat Lovers game. I don't know if you watched that one. I don't think you did.
Apologies if you can hear the cars banging outside. The walls aren't particularly that thick here in Japan. Rhys choosing to knock this catcher down this time, rather than risk letting an agility 4 guy get an easy dodge in. Well, not an easy dodge in by any stretch of the imagination, but a dodge in. I think overall, like, you look at the dice and everything in the first half in particular, and I think, it'd be easy for Starkweather, to feel a little bit put out by what happened and everything, especially with, like, his, removals I ended up having against him. But this game kind of has the feeling for me that if you put it into ones and skulls after, it's going to end up turning around and telling you that the dice are quite even with the amount of, like, good dodge rolls that the human players had.
Rhys has just played this really well and outplayed him, I'd say. The dice didn't help though.
Honestly, I don't think there's been too much of an opportunity to say outplayed.
I don't know, I think Rhys' positioning's been really good.
Wow, human team choosing to put Rhys choosing to put himself into the end zone, I guess. And the human, Starkweather choosing to push him into there rather than push him off to the left.
Well, Stark had no choice which option was taken. It was the two I read.
It was. He would still choose what direction the blitzer would be pushed in.
Yeah.
So I guess they both got a choice in it.
It does mean that Rhys doesn't get an extra turn. Like he cuts his turn short. So Rhys doesn't actually get his turn 16.
That's right. It could be a decent way, just to preserve your guys, I guess, for the human team. But I still think, Rhys would have just...
incoming?
I doubt it. I still think that Rhys just would have, walked into the end zone rather than risking doing any kind of, dodgy plays and ending up with the draw. I know Papa Nasty would have done some bashing there, though.
But by pushing him into the end zone, he's given him no option. So
Doesn't look like he's going for it.
Yeah, if that is a security gate, like I think it is, you can't even, imagine a riot coming.
Just remember, the game isn't over until it's over.
Perfect defense. There's no one turn now, even if there was a slight chance.
Oh, Fend would have made the one turner hard.
Not impossible. Sidestep and stand firm, that makes it impossible.
So he's going to get one strong blitz on one of these peasants. Then possibly a throw for one SPP. And then that'll be all, folks. You should at least make this a 3 dice, just for, the highest chance of getting the power. Chooses the Ogre Blitz instead. Rolls the double skulls. That's punished for that again. And that's the game.
Should've gone for 3 dice.
So, a fairly straightforward match there between Rhys's Ravens and the Bay Area Butchers, which ended in Rhys's Ravens just beating down the Butchers, really. If we have a look at some of the statistics, Rhys's Ravens succeeded in 39 blocks to the Bay Area Butchers 28. Rhys inflicted 5 KOs and 2 injuries onto the human team, whereas the Butchers only inflicted 1 KO back. SPP
that
wise,
tells the story of the game, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, SPP wise, it's just 5 SPP for the Bay Area Butchers, just their MVP, whereas it's 13 onto the Ravens. So everyone, there isn't
Yeah,
really
not
much
much you can say about it.
Yeah, I was about to say exactly that. Um,
Hmm.
so everyone, thanks for watching. And thanks to Crusader and Atomic Caleb for joining me in this cast. Is there any shout outs or anything you guys want to make?
I mean, like under pitch issue 4 next week. And that's about it. I do know that our new Div 2 player is playing his first match of the season tonight at about 8:30, I believe.
And how long from now is that?
That is just over an hour. Just under an hour.
Just under an hour. Okay, so
yeah.
I might be able to stick around and catch that. We'll see.
Yeah.
So if you want to see some more...
Sorry?
I was about to say, so if you want to see some more Blood Bowl action, you know, we might be around later. Are you going to be around for it, or...?
I'm not sure. Lithium is the coach. He's a mate of mine in real life. I'm not sure if he's streaming the match himself or what he's doing. But, excuse me. But I'll certainly be floating around, either watching it in client and in Discord or in the stream, depending on what goes on. So,
Oh,
I'm
sure.
sure something will happen.
Yeah, if Lithium's streaming it, then, you know, I highly encourage everyone to watch Lithium's stream of it. Like, if he's streaming it, I won't be. But, yeah, whatever happens, whoever ends up streaming it, guys, I encourage you to watch it. As for this game, though, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like, dislike, leave a dislike. Any kind of comments about the game, leave them in the comments box below. And please subscribe to see more action from Rebels Big O League. Once again, thank you very much. Bye-bye.